Hello. So today I want to talk about how we can use AI to help with the testing of accessibility in our emails. Let's go. So here I have an email. If I open up our accessibility checker and run a test, we can see there are no issues. It's great. However, there are limitations to our automated tests. So here we can use some AI to help. I'm going to ask the agent, hi, please check the accessibility of this email. You don't need to say please, but always good to be polite. This will then run our new email accessibility skill, picking up on things that the automated test can't, things like understanding the context and intent that need that extra layer of interpretation that AI brings. So here are the results, and it's found some potential issues, which is good because I did them intentionally. Up at the top here, we can see a language mismatch. The code has the language set to French, but as we read the content, we can see it's actually written in English. AI also has this ability to understand that the content is in English. So whereas the automated test is just checking a language has been set, AI is also able to validate that that language matches the content. Next, it spotted that we are missing alt text for all of our images. But where it gets clever is that it can see the feature screenshots are placed next to descriptive text. So suggesting that these could be treated as decorative images if the text beside them does enough to describe them. It's suggesting reviewing these as this needs a human judgment, and to be honest, even accessibility experts are going to disagree on how best to handle this. Another thing, it spotted that this save as template text should be a heading, but it's currently set as a paragraph. As I'm looking at this, I can see the text is large and bold and presents as if it were a heading. But without being a heading element, we lose that semantic meaning. So it's managed to pick that up. But it can also go a step further and sometimes spot this even without the styling. It can recognize text that should be a heading from the context alone. It's flagging this find out more link text as being vague. We always want to be descriptive and tell people where we're going to be sending them on a link. Now, the automated tests do pick things like this up, but it's matching against a predefined list. Using AI, we can massively expand this to more of a theme across any non-descriptive text and across multiple languages as well. It's also flagging a small issue with the direction attribute. Currently it's set to auto, which is okay. That just means the user agent will determine the text direction based on the content, but setting explicitly to LTR for a left to right language will remove any ambiguity around it. Next up, looking at this center-aligned paragraph. Now, center-aligned text isn't really an issue on its own. However, when it goes over more than 3 lines, it becomes much harder to read for some people, myself included. So currently this text is over 3 lines, so it's okay. But when we look at it on the mobile preview, we can see it goes to 6 lines and is much harder to read. So suggesting we set it to left aligned, which works much better. So now let's tell it to apply those suggested fixes and see how it goes. So now it's done. Brilliant. The issues have been fixed and no new issues have been found. It's still flagging a few things for us to be aware of. These are not issues, these are just judgment calls depending on how we want to approach accessibility. I think this is a great addition to our existing accessibility tools. I would generally run the automated test first, then do an AI review after that, and then do a manual review finally to finish off. The automated test does a great job of fixing a lot of the obvious bugs. The AI tests can then take a step further and use a little bit of context, a little bit of intuition to sort of work out some of the more complex things that automated tests will miss. And then a human test at the end just to make sure everything's fine. As well as the accessibility skills that we've added to Design Studio, we've done another one more generic without any of the Design Studio specific things in there, just looking at HTML email, and that's available for anyone to use. So go and check that out on our GitHub. There's a link below. So I hope that helps, and please try this out and let me know how you get on. Thanks a lot. Bye.